Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are going to look at 3 new releases from Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. We have some cheeks highlights, we have an eyeshadow palette, we have something slightly new for lips. So let's talk about them. Let's do this demo. I got a lot to say, actually. All right, we are going to start with the brand new Snap eyeshadow palette. This is the Fenty Balm Posse Mega Mix and Match eyeshadow palette. It is $48 and has mattes, shimmers, and metallics in all sorts of neutrals and plays off of neutral. Let me flip it around the right way and get the mirror out of there. As I said, it is $48, and there it is in the pan. We're going to see it on my arm too in different lighting as well, 2 different lightings. These are mostly neutrals, and again, like I said, it is a Snap palette. So if you have any of the smaller Snap palettes that have been released by Fenty, they'll snap in here, and this highlight palette will also go click and just snap into it together. The whole Snap palette thing, look, I fall for a gimmick all the time. That's not a gimmick that really interested me. When I have traveled with Fenty products, I don't end up snapping them together. Maybe you do. It's a cool feature, but it's not one that I'm like super crazy about, but you know. Okay, so we also have, speaking of, the Diamond Balm Triple Dip All Over Diamond Veil Palette. This is $42. These are a jelly powder formula that are kind of cool, and they melt onto the skin without any grit. And these are based off of the most famous Fenty lip shades that we know about. Hot Chocolate, which is my absolute favorite lip gloss of all time, and Fussy and Fenty Glow. So she took those and made highlighters out of them, like I said, in this really nice jelly powder. You got to kind of feel it. It's a little bit spongy and almost a little bit sticky when you put your finger on it, but I mean, it doesn't remain sticky. It's almost like has a little bit of a cream feeling to it, and then just melts into this powder with a lot of sparkle and shine, but no grit. So it does what it says on the tin for that. And then we have the rebirth of 3 of Fenty's most famous gloss bombs, Into the Heat. Now, as you remember, I did a review, and I'll list it below, of the original Gloss Bomb Heat, which was in that beautiful cherry red shade, and I absolutely love it. In the video, I talked about how I tend to run around the room screaming like my hair is on fire when I put a lip volumizer on because they sting like crazy, but I came to love that one, was not bothered by it. And this Fenty glosses are so beautiful that you can forgive anything, and it did tend to enhance my lips. I gotta be honest with you, I really did like the effect. So I was really excited to try these. I have them all in the regular Gloss Bomb. So for this video, I just picked up the Fenty Glow version in the Universal Heat, which we will try on. It is $22. Let's go to some swatches and some comparisons. The first thing I want to show you on the arm is the Balm Posse Mega Mix and Match eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to go from left to right there so we can see what those shades. Okay, so here they are on the arm, just as an arm swatch, all laid out. Starting the left is the top row all the way to the second bottom row there on my arm. Take a nice look at those. And then we're going to go into the sunlight in a minute so you can have a little bit of a comparison. But first, in studio lighting, I want to show you the eyeshadow palette still on my arm, and then we are going to add the Diamond Balm Triple Dip All Over Diamond Veil palette over the top. So take a look at that. You can see them glistening right over the top. Fenty Glow, Fussy, and Hot Chocolate right there over the eyeshadows. And now let's step outside. I left all those swatches on my arm, and in the Southern California sunshine, I want you to just take a really nice look right there in everyday sunlight of the eyeshadow palette on the bottom. And as you see, sparkling atop, we have the Diamond Balm Triple Dip All Over Diamond Veil palette as well. And of course, the reason it's called the All Over Veil Diamond palette is, of course, it can go on shoulders, décolletage, you know, the neckline, things like that. Of course, any highlighter can do that. I'm also dying to use these on my eyes as well. I think they would be kind of really pretty as a shadow. So you can really go as far as your imagination takes you with these. As for the lip shade, you have likely seen it before, as it's a very popular lip shade. Here it is just for reference on my hand, but we are going to try it on. I will be honest with you when I said I have a lot to say. The other little snap palettes that Fenty has released, I was not a huge fan of the color payoff, and I did declutter them. These eyeshadows do look quite similar to some of the snap palettes that have been out, of course, because you cannot reinvent the wheel all the time with eyeshadows, so that makes sense. But I can't do a comparison side by side. I just didn't think the products were nice enough. But spoiler alert, I am changing my mind with this palette. I am really enjoying it, and I want to show you why and how I apply especially these mattes. I think they're actually a special little formula for $48 and $42. The highlighters might be getting a little bit pricey, but $48 for the eyeshadows, not bad, and I'll go anywhere for their gloss. So come take a look with me as we demonstrate them. Okay, let's put together something really pretty here. I kind of want to use this on my eyes, but I'll do that in another video. For this video, I really just want to explore the eye palette as the eye palette and the highlights as the highlights, you know, but we can play with it in other videos. Okay, I will put the names up on the screen, so in case you are listening to this and looking elsewhere, we're going to go in right here, which is actually the top row. I'm holding the palette upside down, this one in. And I'm just going to put this all over the eyes just to kind of set. This is kind of my skin shade a little bit, but matter. I'm not going to make a pun about matters. Okay, so that just kind of, actually that's a super pretty matte shade. For me, that's, if you're a light medium, look at that. Fenty has a way of really knowing skin tones. I mean, they make it their business to know it, and they do it well, and that really just kind of mattifies my eye. I'm really enjoying that. Okay, so let's continue on here. I'll just hold it the right way. Won't that be easier? And let me go in with this really pretty rosy shade on the bottom row. Same brush, which is a Refer number 15, and I'm just kind of going back and forth there. Now, a dusty rose is nothing new. We've certainly had our share of them in the past. It depends whether or not you want to try a Fenty Dusty Rose. And I will say this is really pretty. Again, this is a brand that makes it its business to work with skin tones and skin shades and inclusivity, of course. And that just, you can feel that no matter what your skin shade is, you can feel that they just kind of understand that, the brand. That's their reason for being, really, and I really feel that these are blending in with my skin shade well. Okay, let's go just a little bit darker, and let's do the outer corner in this shade right here on the bottom. Again, I'm going to put that on the screen, and yes, I am using the same brush. How lazy? Yeah, a little bit, but I'm okay with that. A little bit, but it's also easy and less intimidating. You don't, people say, what brush is best for what? You know, you can travel with 2 brushes, you guys, and make it work. My obsession is cleaning them, not so much precision. Again, and I've reminded you in many of my videos, Lisa Eldridge has been interviewed, and she says she grabs a brush that works for her, not necessarily what it's supposed to work for, if that makes any sense. It works for her. And I'm going to take that same shade now with a skinny little Refer number 3. I switch brushes then. And I'm going to go under. And you can see my allergies there. My nose is peeling. Just from sneezing. I have bad allergies. Love kitty cats, love dogs. Don't bring them around me. I'm allergic to them. Okay, now that I've kind of, and this could actually kind of work, to be honest with you, for just kind of a quick eye look. I mean, if I put a lot of mascara on and then just went out the door, this would actually work. But let's do something fun and kind of sparkly. So let's go into this Peak Sparkle shade. Why not? There's so many different shades that we can do. And let me just pop that into the middle. Oh, and I like this. This is a wearable, that's a wearable sheen. It's not too glittery. It's not too much. It is, if you are addicted to the kind of mothership Pat McGrath crazy sparkles, this will upset you because it won't be pigmented enough. But to me, this is the kind of sparkle that you can wear for days. So let me just get you real close up with it. And you can just kind of see that that is a doable sparkle. We're going to call it a doable sparkle, and I think it's actually really, really pretty. I'm going to take the same brush. Actually, now I'm going to go in and switch it out to a Rephr 23, and I'm going to go into this very light pink up top here and just kind of put some of that right there in the corner. And that gives it a little bit of an interesting look. It definitely needs some eyeliner and mascara, which I'll do, but let's play around with these highlights. I brought some different brushes. What I'm going to do is just go wild. I don't care if a highlight's too dark for me, so let's just try it here. Let's just mix them up, why not, and see what we get. I am going over my blush like a blush topper. The blush I have on right now is that Mini Bloom Natasha Denona. I don't know, I'll list it below, but I'm going over it. Again, if you have texture, you probably don't want to go, if you have texture on your cheeks, you don't want to go over the cheeks with this kind of a sparkly product, unless you're proud of your texture, which I encourage us to all be, but I know some of us aren't. Now, of course, you could use these individually, and I would love to see these on the eye. In fact, let's just try it. Since I went so pink, let's just try it here. And put a little of that on the eye. I have enough pink sparkle, but just for fun, just to deepen it. I think this is actually a really, really pretty look. All right, let me get some mascara on, some eyeliner, and then let's put on this lip gloss together. Okay, I added on a little bit of Natasha Denona eyeliner and some of the Rare Beauty mascara. It'll all be linked below, and as you can see, I am not balanced out because I don't have anything on my lips, so I'm very excited to try this new, it's not a new shade, as you know, as we spoke about, but such a pretty one, and I can really tolerate this sting. I'll tolerate anything for a Fenty lip gloss. Get it close to the outer parts of the lip. Now the sting begins and it kind of puffs up a little bit. I feel really sparkly, really glowy, really pretty. I will not be decluttering this. I am actually quite happy. You know, do you need another rosy eye palette? Do you need another highlighter? Well, of course, no. I mean, obviously we don't. It depends if you want to support the brand and if you want to see the brand's version and how the brand is coming along. So many of us have become kind of just makeup detectives over the years. I know I have. So for me, do you buy this? Yes, it's a great neutral palette with some shades that kick up the neutral just a little bit. Some kind of very pretty browns. They have a lot of different mattes. You could definitely go to travel with it as we start to travel again more. And you can definitely take this from day to evening. Unlike the past Fenty Little Snap palettes, I think this one really applies really well. I was very pleased with the mattes. I thought that the matte shades here, if you like a good matte, like a Viseart matte is a good matte, these were very, very good mattes. And the little kind of shimmer shades, I think are really nice shimmer for day look and can certainly be applied more heavily. They're not like crazy duochromes. There's nothing really dramatic. This is a really pretty palette, a la Charlotte Tilbury pretty. It is not a color story that we haven't seen. It is fairly predictable, but I think the formula has been kicked up a notch by Fenty. Thank you. And I really, really like it. The highlighters are nothing. They're pretty, but you really don't need these. I would buy the eyes before these. They're super, super, super pretty, and they're innovative. And I mean, really, you could even use this to bronze and this to blush. You could put these on your eyes, and I will definitely try it. They're a lot of sparkle for not a lot of payoff, but you know, they're very, very pretty, and the formula is really, really nice. Nothing new under the sun here, but if you like Fenty and you're a fan of the brand, this is a good little release for them. I really enjoy both. Do we need them? Are they new? No. So you've got to make your own decision with your own cash, of course, but do I like both? Absolutely. I will not be decluttering. I'm a fan of their lip gloss before I even put this on, and I know I like this formula. It is stinging a little bit now, but then it kind of calms down, and these are very, very pretty lip balms and lip glosses, excuse me. as are all of hers. They are really, really nice. So let me, tell me below in comments what you think for the money. Are you going to give it a try and why? So if you're going to pass on this collection, tell me why. And if you were going to purchase this collection, I would like to know why. Because again, nothing new under the sun, but some really nice formulas. And just because some of us have so much makeup, others of us don't. We're always looking for a neutral. So let me know what you think and what you thought of it on me. I would love to hear your advice and your thoughts. Leave a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.